Thank you. Good day, everybody. Before I do the reading, I want to say two things. One, Mbaise People's Congress was the only Barakpo association that Innocent belonged to. And he belonged to it because when we formed the association in 1995, we decided that none of our members will be entitled to any benefits. We founded an association to create a greater Mbaise. The second thing I want to say is that during this Christmas, I told one of my friends that I'm going to Mbaise and I'm going to spend 3 weeks for Christmas. And he asked me, why do you always go to Mbaise? And I told him that, well, you will not understand, but it's a spiritual thing. My umbilical cord was buried in Mbaise, so there's a spiritual connection. And I'm sure Innocent had the same spiritual connection. So, recollections of Innocent as a homeboy. Innocent's 3 daughters refer to their dad as a homeboy. They said he never joked about or forgot the soil of his birthplace, Mbaise. Despite being well-traveled and internationally recognized, Innocent was a homeboy, a cosmopolitan who had friends from north, south, east, and west, and invested resources at his disposal to all. Yet, Innocent ensured his children knew and felt comfortable with their Igbo and Efik roots. Chidinma and Amarachi particularly remember annual Christmas travels to Calabar and Mbaise. The family had a Tokumbo flat-boot Mercedes-Benz they bought in 1998, 1 year into their marriage. They used to drive this car every Christmas for 4 years from Lagos to Calabar and Mbaise for the holiday season. They would first drive to Benin or Asaba, spend the night, then leave early the next day to pass Onitsha before traffic congestion built up. When they stopped over at Benin, they would spend the night at the home of Josephine's aunt, the late Dr. Iwobasi Ogisi, an ophthalmologist at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital. However, if they arrive in Benin early with time remaining, they will continue to Asaba and stay at Grand Hotel, which was closer to the Niger Bridge and more convenient for them to set out the next morning. Their first port of call was always Calabar, as the family wanted to be in town for the popular Cross River State Christmas Carnival started and made popular by Governor Donald Duke during his years in office. The family typically arrived in Calabar on 22nd or 23rd December, staying until 28th December, and thereafter proceeded to Mbaise, where they will be until 4 or 5th January. Chidinma and Amarachi recalled that their father saying it was an abomination to spend New Year Day outside Mbaise and Igbo land. He will say this jokingly but meant it. They could only remember 1 or 2 years that their dad spent the New Year outside Mbaise, And this was when they traveled to spend Christmas and New Year outside the country for a change. Even during some of the years, we didn't travel together as a family for Christmas, especially the first few years after his brother Samuel got shot in the village. Amarachi recalls, Daddy would, on his own, travel on December 30th or 31st, just so that he will be in the village on January 1st. He will not sleep in our village house, but he will still arrive in Mbaise on the 1st. We had all stopped sleeping in our first village house after his brother got killed. We would always spend the day in the village visiting relatives, but once it was evening, we would head back to Owerri. Insecurity was a big issue in the village, especially at that time. As Innocent's daughters grew through their primary and secondary school years, they were not very excited about Christmas in the village. Like many other children born and raised in urban areas, they believed there were more fun activities in a place like Lagos. They would try convincing their dad that they should stay back, but Innocent wouldn't hear of it. Being a father who believes in using superior arguments to get his children to see reason, rather than being dictatorial, he would sit them down and ask what their concerns were. They would say that Mbaise had no good places for eating, like tantalizers, to good musical shows, no swimming pool. They specifically mention performance like Neto C, who was a popular rapper and Afrobeat artist. Innocent will smile and tell them there was a better version of tantalizers in Mbaise called Tantankwabi. And he described a restaurant at Afobe in Ahiazo, where fresh chicken stew was always served hot. He also told them that Neto C was from Mbaise. So if they could perform in Lagos, why wouldn't he perform in Mbaise? He also told them that he was building a swimming pool at their village house. All this made the children excited about going to the village. On getting to the village, Innocent would manage his children's expectations. As they grew up, the children realized their dad had used adult wisdom to get them to become used to coming to the village. They understood that village homecoming annually was important to him personally, and as an Igbo man, they had to adjust. Their mom had since adjusted and loved going home with their dad. Thank you very much.
Mbaise mama mara monage. Mbaise mama omara monage. Ala Mbaise mama omara monage. Onye ọbụla tinye aka ka emezi obodo anyị. MPC mama omara monage. MPC mama omara monage. MPC mama omara monage. Onye ọbụla tinye aka ka emezi obodo anyị. MPC hope. MPC hope. MPC hope for the people of Mbaise. I don't know if any other one wants hope. Thank you very much.